Hey, there we go. Good evening, everybody. How's it going? And sir, good evening to you. Look at
Hello,
that.
Sal. What's
I
going
got the
on?
alert that we are now live. Look at that. All
That's
things
what
seem to
that's
be
what my
working.
phone was chiming for. I'm like, oh, look at that. Hey, how about
Let's
that?
see. Open up the chat.
So,
There we go. And I think we've been having some success with having the chat as an overlay. Maybe we'll go ahead and we'll try that again. We did it like this. There we go.
yeah, that's good.
Yep.
So much to talk about.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know, one, it's 2026, and things are already starting off very well. We've got two events around the corner.
Yep.
And I think Viking is going to be. It's already, to me, it's already a success. Eastern is sold out. Eastern is sold out. Guys are volunteering to do the movie, the extras in the film, which we can talk about here in a little bit.
Sure. Yeah.
Little Bird, for the first time ever, we've only got like 11 slots left for the Little Bird. And
Really?
Eastern has taken all the slots, their slots.
I wonder if it's because Beowulf is back in charge of Chaos Company. That might be what it is.
It could be. It could be. I doubt it. I think.
No, I'm just
One, I think the AO really lends itself for the airspace lends itself to look down, shoot down.
mm-hmm.
And then this time, Eastern's got their alpha on the left side of the map. Western's got their alpha on the right side of the map. Guys, it's going to be great. I'm excited. I'm not playing. I'm not leading anything. I'm back to being just the chief of staff. But that is just part of it.
I'm trying to work as well. I'm not saying. I'm just sorry to interrupt. I'm telling Doc here to. Oh, there we go. Never mind. There he is. What's going on, Luck? How are you, buddy?
Hey, Lucky. Yeah, we had a coordinating staff travel and all that, and so we're on top of all that. I'm retiring, so I am.
Congratulations! Congratulations!
Got my draft DD214 today. Of course, it was incorrect as all hell.
Oh,
it's your draft, right?
It is on there. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So good guys. Shout out to the guys over there at Retirement Services. We're like, wife is sitting right next to me, and she's just like already going like, calm down. And I'm just like,
Yep.
and he's like, give me the following information, and we'll square everything away. I was okay, great.
20 years of hurry up and wait to finish it off with, and wait.
And wait some more, and hurry up and clear. And Dom, the whole clearing process, how much fun that's going to be. Let's see if I can do it in 2 days.
Yeah, that's about how long it took me to do mine, was two or 3 days.
Yeah, I did clear CIF on Monday. That was a big success. First time go.
On a Monday?
On a Monday. After block leave. So.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I caught them while they were bleary-eyed and who are you people? So got through that. So getting that done and then focusing on Airsoft, turning the hobby into the job. Lucky quitter. Yes, I am. So.
Yeah, so that is definitely something I want to talk about when we talk some more about the moving forward, the whole going from the I have a day job to this is now my day job. I definitely want to talk about that.
Yeah.
I actually brought Doc on against his will tonight. He did not want to be here, but I don't know anybody who knows more about product in the industry. He is he's a savant because he doesn't think he knows what he knows, and then when he starts spewing stuff up, he's like, "Oh yeah, no, this slide fits here, but this company brought out this latching." I'm like, I don't know. I know how they work. I don't know what they are. That's all. I know how to build them. That's all I need to know.
You must have me mixed up with Jacob. Is that
you? So, well, about that. Those are some. That's definitely some of the stuff I want to talk about. Some of the things that came out because you have something new that came out, and it just eked its way in through 2025.
Yes.
Technically at 2025, and a lot of great things. And actually, it's funny. Colt's on here. Colt uh, played a big part in some of the new stuff being introduced 2025 as far as the radios go. A lot of us using the new D32s. That's
Yep.
how many years of running UV5Rs, and now they're antiques. So a lot of that stuff.
And
Definitely
there,
want to go through that.
yeah, and there's a learning curve with the 32. Some things I didn't know it could do, and thanks to Colt, kind of like dragging us into the new age. He's like, yeah, you can monitor two nets at the same time. Oh, just a matter of configuration. So,
Yep. Hey.
Sergeant Major's in the chat. Snick,
Couldn't help me
good
get
evening,
the
sir.
TRI. Couldn't help me get the TRI. Still got one. That's new in
Hey, you know
2021.
what? Coach and I love the TRIs, the 152s, or not the TRIs, TCA 152s.
Yeah.
It was irony that it was a TCA radio. We're like, how about that? They work pretty good. Coach found out why his didn't work very well. It didn't have an antenna all the way through. There wasn't a coaxial cable. So he's like, now I know why this thing's not working. I'm like, yep, that's definitely it.
Oh, not all antennas are as long as each other. That's just the thing.
So we got intended.
Tuna can, got it. Okay, so we've got Sirius Viking around the corner. We've also got Iron Fury coming up, a month after that. It's good that Snick's in there. Snick and Bubba, a lot of guys don't know who Bubba is. He's kind of like the man behind the man. He's kind of the shadow governor. He was Dragier 6.
He likes to be quiet.
Yeah. And then people find out his background. They're like, oh, he's an Air Force guy. I'm like, no, he's much more than just an Air Force guy. And then you realize, oh shit! And like, so he is my shadow governor.
Yep.
In terms of wacky ideas that we want to bring to combat simulation.
God bless you.
So, God bless you.
Thank you.
So, he's got Jurassic Park for Iron Fury. And if people are in a specialty unit, they'll be going up to Jurassic Park by boat or by vehicle convoy.
Yeah.
So they're expanding now through. We're not just in one park anymore. It's 3 parks now or 2.
Just two.
Just the 2. Okay, just 2 this time. Yep.
Yeah. So the specialty units will be going up to another park, either by boat and back by truck, or by truck then back by boat.
What's up, Todd?
So yeah. Colts, we're bringing modern warfare tactics to TCA games. Let's go down that rabbit hole for a second.
Sure.
Multi-domain
talk anyway. Might as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Multi-domain operations, right? Friends of mine in the Army were like, "Hey, dude, we flew our UAV 4 times during the field problem. Hey, that's great. Would you believe that I had a faction do 40 sorties of air to ground fires, just one side in 24 and a half hours?" And they're like, "How the hell did you guys do that?" I go, "But wait, they're civilians." And they were like, "Oh God." So we had a long talk as far as how are you guys doing it? And like I had to do the Tony Stark thing. I'm like, "Hey, let me take over your TV real quick," and start sending pictures and videos. And they were like, "Dude, that looks like our talk. How are you guys deconflicting fires? How are you integrating ground?" So we had a great conversation. And then how are you guys minimizing your signature? Because you have thermal. So we were going down this rabbit hole of, we have to come and watch you guys. And I thought that was high speed.
Sure. One of the great things about that is you playing war games like this, airsoft, we don't have the same restrictions where there's guidelines to follow. Oh, well, SOP, we got to map it up. Oh, I completely destroyed this. Didn't work at all. Try it again. It's not. what's it costing? It's not doing anything. It's not the $1 million machine.
Yeah.
We're not,
It's and nobody's ego or careers are on the line.
right.
So they can show up and watch the learning happen. So we're excited for 26 because we're looking to see we're going to have some green team guys come out and look and say, hey, wow, interesting. It's a low cost observation.
Knife, by the way, I gotta ask, are you trying to do another knife?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Iron Dagger, let's call Iron Knife what it was. It was Iron Dagger, just by a different name. I know what the player base is asking for, but I think those who have gone through it now are like, I'm not going to be so quick to say yes, please. I don't know, man. We'll see.
Listen. Colt knows it. He jokes about it. Everybody jokes about him. I don't play night games, right? I'll do it again in a heartbeat. I'll drag people with me. I had such a great time. I'll absolutely do it again.
I think what the tolerance level from the staff before they beat me with like blunt instruments, because 24 and a half hours, a lot of people don't realize the staff, like Snick's already saying no. The staff is pretty long days leading up to the event. Obviously long days throughout the event, and then post event long days. If it was just a travel piece, it wouldn't be that bad. But it's the clean up, pack out, unpack. It's wearing us out. I love Lucky. Everyone wants to run 24 and a half hours. So it's time to run 24 and a half hours.
Well, now, what did you think of Iron Knife?
I thought it was definitely interesting. Like it made me. I mean, obviously nothing will take you back to the real thing, but like it kind of reminded me, especially being on Mark's truck and doing what I did on the truck. It definitely reminded me of being in the Army on a truck, doing operations on a truck. Just you're constantly going, and then you only get 2 to 3 hours for a rest, and then you're right back on it doing the same thing you're just doing.
So I would offer a hybrid. If we do a Iron Dagger in 26, we're probably going to do a 12-hour round, a sleep cycle. Like, hey guys, the game's going to stop at midnight. We'll see you guys in the morning at 07. I think that's digestible because we're already going until about 2300 anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what Iron Knife was supposed to be. It was supposed to be a 12-hour round one, break for night, like the witching hour, and then, hey everybody, we'll see you tomorrow morning at and they're like, no, we want 24 and a half hours. I was like, oh, okay. And we did it, and we got more tickets sold. But I think we can achieve the same effect like Dom is saying. If I go round 1, 12 hours. All right. Mandatory 6 hours because you got to give players time to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you'll get more out of folks if you give them that.
Okay. As long as they get up and play, absolutely, I agree with you.
Right. If I say, hey,
out of the rack,
we're going from 11 to 2300. Bam, you're going to go down from 2300 to 07. The game turns back on at 07, guys, whether you're on the field or not. Oh shit, I think we'll get more out of players for that 12-hour phase one.
I think you guys did something really great, and I don't know if a lot of people notice this or not. It's I like watching from the outside and inside the growth of the sport itself, and everybody growing around it. The fact that I get to do it with him is amazing all the time. TCA leaps and bounds in 2025. It was
Definitely.
Not that you were static or before 2025. You broadcast so much more. There was so much more that was digestible as far as, oh, this is what this is. This is how this series works. This is, I go to this game, play here, play this way, but I'm playing this way over here. It's not just the storyline, it's the gameplay. There's so much more and 2025 absolutely showed a lot of that. Guys that played, even if it was their first time now, will have more of an awareness making their way into 2026. Okay, I know what to expect. I'm going to Dagger. I'm going to Viking. I'm going to Fury. I know what to expect in each one of these games, not just where I'm going, but how is the game going to play.
You know what? Coming from a personal standpoint, like, because we've played TCA for what, the past almost 8 years now.
Gotta be, yeah.
Yeah,
I think the thing that definitely differentiated 2025 from like 2024 and then all the years prior to that was you guys really implemented some stuff that only a couple other people do in the entire world, really, when it comes to Milsim, and that was FX between like the pyro and then like blank fire guns.
Listen close, coach.
I mean, as a player, I thought that was really cool, especially doing it for Op4. I love working with pyro.
Mhm.
You know, I was with Alex Fallon on Echo 4 for 7 years, so I
Right.
got very used to and experienced doing that, especially blank fire. So being able to do it at a big event, definitely like the immersion. It definitely brought the immersion up for that, and I think people really enjoyed that.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
And it's only going to get more because we've got the RPG simulators, we got the mortars, which we can dive into that here in a little bit. Gladius saw the first deployment of the mortar system, and not only at the guys were like, dude, that's such a great patch. Yeah, you had to have been there to get one. So great. Let's talk about these new mortars. Yes,
we're getting there.
I think that Coach was so adamant, and I got to give him all the credit. He was so adamant about getting these things into our events. He did the homework on it. He chased down the industry on it. Had to convince a few of us, one or two of us in the staff about it. I had to dig out I had to go back to my MLOC days and get all my charts and like, oh man, this is how accurate is this thing going to be, and then working with some of the smart guys in Europe, and then you saw it. You guys saw it at Gladius. You guys were on the receiving end of it.
So Doc didn't really get a full overview of it. I was telling him about it this morning when we were talking about doing a stream tonight, and he's like, "Wait, what now?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no, it comes with your azimuth like it comes with like the whole everything you need for a mortar system, it's not just a tube that launches some stuff. It's a true mortar system."
Now, if someone goes, IWA's selling it. Oh, okay, great. Go to them. You're not going to get the package that you're going to get from us.
Right.
Yeah, you can go buy the tube. Yeah, great. You can go buy the rounds. Okay, great. And you're gonna pay a premium going elsewhere. Okay. I think Coach was like, dude, add another $150, $120 to the price. For the first every 3 rounds you buy, you've got to pay shipping, you got to pay hazmat. You're going to pay a lot more than you're going to coming through us. And so with us for $600, you get the tube, you get the heat shield, you get the sling bandolier, you get the ballistics table, you get the compass and inclinometer that's important. It tells you the angle of fire and the azimuth of fire. And then we're going to train you. We're going to give you 2 rounds or 3 rounds to train with that come as part of a $600 package. So,
back from Serious Viking.
The ballistics table spot on. I mean, it tells you at this distance, you get this range, the round goes this high. So that way, if you're flying drones, you know how to stay above a certain altitude. We've done our homework on it. And,
is it close to like 60 millimeter, or is it smaller than that?
It's 47 millimeter. It is a copy of the British infantry squad mortar from World War II.
Okay.
So,
what's happening again? More compliments. What's happening is you're going from these events where guys were relying on let's get out there and shoot. Let's just run and gun and shoot, and you've seen it happen over the past couple of years where when I think our first one was Starburst, right? Where we were told about Royal Rifles. Okay, great. Or so there were these sub factions that I was like, okay, well, cool. You're on that. That's the uniform you wear. Well, over the years, it's not that. Over the years, you start getting these guys who is it? But they created their own. You actually ended up giving them their own unit name.
Oh, Recondo and
Yeah,
ASG.
Recondo.
Yeah.
You know, these guys started performing in such a way as a unit that they built their own unit. You gave them that this is their unit because they were a reconnaissance team, and they did it accordingly. They weren't just a bunch of guys that
Right.
are like, I'm reconnaissance, and they just ran really fast and tried to kill a bunch of people.
And then every now and then you'll
And
see guys buy tickets for it and go, "Oh my God, what did I sign up?" Like at Gladius, "Oh my God, what did I sign up for?"
yep,
And you go, "Surprise!" You know.
yeah. So now you've adapted. Dom said it before. You said it. You've adapted to technology. You're doing this great slow roll of realism while still keeping the airsoft, the fun,
Right.
yeah, you know, okay. I've got the kid who's just now old enough to be here with his dad. Awesome. I've also got the guy who just finished, you know, 3 tours. You've got, and all these guys get to play together.
Yeah.
Not too serious, not too light, and you get as much out of it as you put into it. And that's, you know, how that part I love. You know, put into it. You know, pretend hard, do that whole thing, and you'll get so much out of it.
You know, I think there is definitely like a supremacy and a bias throughout airsoft, especially depending on who, like what field you play at and like what events you go to. But I think the thing that people tend to misunderstand is the demographic is the same no matter what event you go to. Like, never mind, I'm not going to give an example for that. But when you said about the dude who just did 3 tours, came back, and then the father that's coming with the 11-year-old child,
Yeah,
regardless of the ticket, somebody's going to buy it, and then they're going to go to that event and they're going to play it, regardless, you know, if they read the rules or the tax off for it. And that's the same thing. But like, you know, some people are like, oh, we only have hardcore people. Yeah, that's it.
So Smick said it best in the comment: buy it. And so when we did our end of year video, there's a great line in there. You know, that I had him do the accidental narration. Buy in, do the buy-in, get in, get involved. I think all of us, when I joke around with back in the day when everybody got into airsoft, and he's like, well, I only use high caps. I'm like, trust me, dude, at some point you're going to want more real, and you're going to stop using the bitch buckets. It's going to happen. You know,
I've told the story before. I didn't know any better. I also didn't have a dump pouch the first time I went and played a Milsim. I played at Overwatch. I got the maracas, right? I'm shaking all over the place. I don't have a dump pouch.
Yep.
So he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "What? You can't have those." I'm like, "I don't know." Right? So I played the first one. That was Overwatch 4 for me, I think. And I went to 5, and I'm like, "Cool. Now I got these mid caps. That's awesome." I didn't have a dump pouch. I quickly learned why you want that. When I went to breach, put an empty mag in, and that's what happens.
Yep.
You learn, you live and learn. And now, again, to touch on something TCA does, when you have guys coming in that are in upper echelon command, you have sand tables with them. You teach them how to do these things. This is something that's growing more and more and more. That's 2025 recap to 2026 future.
Yeah.
Again, the differences we're seeing from 2020 to 2024, that was okay. These were events. Something happened in 2025 that changed, and so looking forward to 2026 to see all of that just really get implemented.
So let's start from the top at the command level. The command level, everyone thinks it's one faction commander, right? Well, that faction commander, it isn't. He's in charge of the regular guys, of the line units, of Able, Baker, Easy, Grizzly, and Killer. Just use the Western example. He only commands those units, and then you have his equal, which is the Joint Special Operations, task unit commander. He's got Darby, he's got Ripper, he's got Soft. He might command the Recondo guys, but those two guys are the same rank. They have to work together to make the plan happen on their fields. That's at the command level. Yeah, I know. I love Colt. Is the best looking command staff. As Papa strokes his hair. And so getting guys like Jack Branch and Craig White to work together to have a mutually supporting plan, that's before the event even happens. So you got guys playing chess, trying to do military decision-making process, trying to do planning well ahead of the event. And then you got the father and son team that are like, Sal, can you send us something on what to bring on the field? I'm like, yeah, man, here you go. Here's a video. Here's a blog post on what to bring on the field. And then you got that one dude who's like, I don't know anybody. What unit should I roll with? I'm like, go find a guy by the name of Dom. Link up with him. He'll put his arm around you. Go find a dude named Papa. Like, where do you live? I live in Florida. Go hook up with the guys from Dead End Outfitters. They're gonna put their arm around you. You're gonna have an instant family. Trust me. And so from one spectrum to another, dude, and everything in between.
Absolutely.
I don't like using the term milsim. I think about, you're right. But at the end of 24, we started using, me and Dave Cardenas from Centurion, we started using the phrase combat simulation.
Right.
And I think when we started using that phrase, it caused us to start thinking differently.
And maybe that's very possible. That's what happened, is that you're like, all right, this is what differentiates us. Let's lean into that. So many things happened. Again, and tech helps. When new products are released. Jax, for example, we all went through some of the pains from 2024 with when Taggin and Enola Gay and all that just went away.
Right.
And you had Jack step up. Well, he had a huge year in 2025. So many products that Cherub came out with in 2025 that made other people go, I wonder if I could do this, or we should be looking at that, or we could find this. And it elevates it. It makes it take that one next step up. Everybody's got to keep moving forward. And in that, you have to make new rules. Well, if you're dropping this, or if the new vehicle rules with the tire and the wrench. Now you can actually revive a vehicle now. All of those things, you're just elevating. You just keep stepping up that one next. And I used to want to go because we could go and play. Like that was it. He loved going and would go without me all day long. And then you went to several without me. You went to a couple unnamed, but or at least one unnamed.
Dom's like, I went to the beach. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's not true.
I thought you went to the Milsim.
No. My first two that I ever went to by myself were TCA, and they were at GTI.
Yeah,
GTI and Guardian Center.
But now it's gotten to the point where, like, I don't want to go without him, but I will. I'm actually it's gotten, and maybe there was a piece that was missing. What's up, Eric? By the way, talk about what happened in 2025. This guy right here, Eric Fort, that's website. That's my guy. He absolutely, I think so. He absolutely revolutionized for us. He is who is it Godfather that wrote code for you? Who is it? Godfather. So he's my godfather. He created something called Tactics, and he did it initially just as a check-in system, and it now runs everything except for everything except for get back here.
It's just you now, man.
Not me at all. No, get back here. All right, stop that. I know you're not doing it, so we'll work on it. Maybe no. Whatever, reset. There it is. So anyway, and it now runs not just our check-in system, but it runs our ticketing system for our work orders. It runs everything we get. He built it from the ground up, built it from scratch. Absolutely fantastic. Like, this system's intuitive, it's wonderful. We threw all our other stuff away. He actually helped us with our waiver. We now actually have a proper waiver that has a Florida statute that the waiver is actually worth the paper it's written on now. It won't get thrown out of court because it actually references a Florida statute. Like these are the things. This is who he is. So talk about a big year 2025. That's the guy. That's the guy.
Unsung hero
Yeah,
of DEO
for sure.
So
he's amazing.
So we're working on things to take. I got to be careful because I can't disclose it just yet. But we're working on making it much more easier for players to get digitally enabled. And I'll stop right there. You know, and it'll help things out greatly. The mortar system is extremely accurate. The fact that my mortar crew that was trained, my mortar section that was trained in probably 7.5 minutes during the tier 1 first round, they put it right on the doorstep of the target house. They have it on video where coach is like, "It's good," and you're like, "Okay." Shane's like, "No adjustments." Okay, fine. Let's hang the rounds. And the next day we trained 2 more crews, and they were hanging rounds part of the day Saturday and then most of the day Sunday. And the staff was nowhere near them. Like we wanted to truly stress test these things. Mm-hmm. So it was like, we can only fire when there's staff around? Like, no, man. Here's your ballistics table. Here's your inclinometer. Go. And both green and tan mortars were throwing rounds at the OPFOR, and accurately too. So the good news is everything is looking like it'll be here probably by the end of the week, and we can open up pre-orders for Sirius Viking and Fury for the mortar tubes. So I got players kind of going, well, I mean, tagging really added a lot to the game. You couldn't cluster up. Guys with 40 millimeters shooting Fates and Archangels, and I'm like, yeah, man. And now dudes who can't even see you are going to be able to hit you. So do you have to have a helmet? No, but I mean, now you're just, that dude in the boonie cap is really going to have to keep his ears to the sky.
I recommend a bump cap. I sell them.
Yeah. And the fact that the grid system, everything runs off the military grid reference system. Our maps have always been MGRS. Uh-huh. So, somebody giving a grid either by drone or by map, now the mortar guys are going to all right, let me get the compass out. All right, what's the distance? Yep, we can shoot that. Let's get the tube laid on. 3 different types of rounds: smoke, single banger, airburst. So yeah, man, it's adding a whole new dynamic. And yeah, there's still artillery strikes, there's still airstrikes, but there's a lot less of them now because you don't need that many black suits walking around. You don't need to run away from a dude in black anymore because he's just gonna be like, "Hey, dude."
You're getting more into that realism where if I see Lucky walking towards me, and I'm in a building, I might run out of that building. I might know. Yeah. Maybe this is not where I want to be. He's not gonna, he's not giving it away, but
right. If we're all up on a rooftop, it's a great strong point. We're on a roof and we're laying hate. It's like, hey guys, we're probably gonna have to get off this roof soon not because of a black suit, because they got mortars, man. Like,
yep.
It's real. So yeah, man. Hold on, no different than random 40 minutes. Yeah, but this time. More poop yourself than damaging. Yeah, there's a lot more emotional damage with the mortar system. That, and I think a lot of guys are getting into the technicals.
I was just gonna say it. You beat me to it. A lot of these guys are pushing me to we have something that we can build. I get. We don't. Yeah, we do it. So what? We have the van.
Terrible idea.
That's the Van Hawk. Come on, man. It's the Van Hawk.
We're gonna. I talked to Sal about it. We might put the A-team stripe on it. So
he's like 18. What are you talking about, man?
The van. It's from top. We got a van from top. Yeah, it's at Grey Wolf's house.
You're gonna paint it. You're gonna paint it black and put the stripe.
Cool. All right. Yeah. Cool. I guess
it's already black. Look at that.
I thought you were talking about the D-train. I was like, what are you talking about?
It's picking up your hand movements.
Yeah, it keeps jumping. Yeah, it's jumping around. It's I didn't turn off the got like the AI tracking. So yeah, the a lot of guys are really getting into and some are crazy technical. Was it? Oh God, when was it? They who had the? It was a side by side where they had the remote. The passenger was actually the gunner, had the remote control
Is that the
for the gunner.
Doominator? Is that Doomsday? I can't remember if it's
No, not
Doomsday.
Doomsday. Who had it? It was a smaller vehicle, but guys are going very, very, very technical with them like that, or just you're grabbing a truck and pulling some stuff to it, but people are
Right.
wanting to get into the game, and that exploded in 2025.
Yes. So let's talk about what's coming around the corner, right? We've seen UAS, we've seen drones armed. I've seen at Iron Knife, we did our first medical resupply drop with drones.
That tickled you.
And
You were so happy about that. That was
dude,
so funny.
I mean, talk about ripped from the headlines. I remember flying the guys out in Helmand Province at southern Afghanistan flying medical supplies in by drone, and everybody was like high fiving each other, and I was like, dude, wait until they do their first medevac via drone. And in those days, we were around the corner. I was like, now to do it in airsoft would be so cool because it'd be easier. So Wendell took him and Eric Lomax. They were like, let's figure it out, and they did it.
Yep.
Our med bags are. We found a way forward to get away from the popsicle sticks because we got to change it up every now and then because I know I know there's some guys out there that the integrity's perishable. They're like, well, we'll just bring a bag of popsicle sticks to the next event. I'm like, any popsicle sticks next time, guys.
Make it technical.
Laz, good to see you, man. So the drone thing is cool. Another guy was asking about smoke delivered drones or delivering smoke via drone. And I said, wow, tell me more. He's like, well, I'm gonna put the pyro, I'm gonna sling it underneath the aircraft, and I'm gonna fly and obscure a street with smoke. And I was like, dude, I want to see it. I don't know how you're gonna do it without blinding yourself, but I'll let you figure that out. Drones at night, guys bringing in some high dollar stuff.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Thermal drone.
One guy, I'm not gonna say what side, what faction, is trying to do what we had, the PGIS balloon, the blimp, where it's tethered by fiber optics, and you launch it, and it stays in the air the whole day.
Really?
I was like, not at Viking, please. I have the helicopter. He's like, no, it won't be ready by then, but more for Fury. And I was like, okay, great. So, he's working on basically putting it up there via fiber optic, and that's going to just be crazy. Anyway, to allow more of Christmas snack. We'll talk Gladius in a minute. What happened? Interesting. There you are.
Yeah, sorry, I
was like, oh no, network. This is DEO's show, not mine.
Wow.
Another guy has asked about a remote weapon system, like unmanned drone, ground drone. So, oh wow, DJI. Interesting.
30-foot unit.
30T. It's a very interesting. Okay.
All right.
So a lot of guys don't realize that we don't decide how many airstrikes. Like we don't do airstrikes willy nilly. That is from the command. Yeah. So you got to see it. You got to see it at the talk at Iron Knife, where it was like, okay,
impressive. Very the all the moving parts coming together inside the talk. I tell you, that was very reminiscent of my time in service. Very reminiscent when I was at shop down and working in the talk. Absolutely, I'm flashing back. It was awesome, and to have that, and I got to give it. Hate to do it, got to give it to Western. Holy cow! Their van, their trailer. Forget it. Come on.
So Phenomenal setup. I'm still biased. I'm like the analog guy. You know, I love their setup. But when you have a enclosed space like that, it almost puts up barriers to information sharing. You know, I remember first sergeant and my sergeant major, my ops sergeant major, they were like, "Hey, sir, if we could, we'd roll up the walls to the talk so that way people could get the information." Because they took battle staff. They were like, anytime you have a barrier in the talk, whether it's a canvas barrier, a fence, it's going to act like a 6-foot thick wall, concrete. You know, information is not going to get out.
Sure.
And I understood what they. You know, I was like, "Yep, you're right." I remember one year at Viking, half of the Eastern talk was on the other side of the chain link fence, and Colonel Eric Mendoza who just retired, was the faction commander. Goes, "Man, that fence is. I really wish that fence could go away because that. You know what I'm talking about." I was like, "Yeah, man, that's a 6-foot thick wall."
Yep.
He goes, "That even, and that's where my drone guys are. So that information is not going to be flowing." You know, Colt and I, you know, we were in the Eastern Talk at Iron Knife. I love the setup, that big ass tent, so much room for activities. You know, and Wendell was just, dude, tracking things like a beast.
So much room for Colt to sprawl out on the floor and sleep too.
Yeah,
I have those pictures.
But I tell you, I mean, Eastern I think grew by leaps and bounds. Late 24, all of 25.
Yeah.
You know, where the staff came together, it clicked.
2025 was a lot of leg stretching. A lot of people feeling their way through a lot of new stuff.
A lot of people don't realize that Iron Fury was a solid win for Eastern. Yeah, they went into Stonebreaker and yeah, okay, you get your nose bloodied every now and then. It happens, right? You're not going to win every playground fight, but as long as you go home with the prom queen, you're all right. So, Gladius, we are planning to do another Gladius in 26. The format for Gladius is kind of still up in the air. I think we know how to use that AO now. I think we can go green on tan.
No more up for it?
I don't think we need it, man. I think having a green on tan fight, not a 3-2-1 game on, but a battle 1, battle 2, battle 3, like kind of like Crossbones, where it is force on force. You're gonna fight over the AO, but you're gonna be given different mission sets. You know, defend this crossroads, hold on to this town.
Yep.
You know, give them different scenarios. Now that we know how that AO works, and now that we have a player base that can turn on and go, "Hey guys, don't miss this one." You know, because Gladius was a success on the part of the players being true believers. The guys who showed up at Gladius, both Op4 and JTF, are the best part of TCA because they believed in it.
Here's something I don't know why it jumped in. I don't want to forget it, and we can hold it for later if you want, or you can talk about it now. But an adjustment to weapon classification.
Yes.
So for me, for years, especially being a gun builder, years. Oh, you want a DMR? It's got to be 308. It's got to be 762. Don't bring me an M4. I'm not going to make it a DMR for you because you can't use it anywhere.
Right.
And that's like, since we've had the business, that's been, we've thought, okay, well, you want SMG, LMG, you want to shoot this way, that way, and then all of a sudden here we go, because if we're trying to mimic these in the real world, okay, well, there are SPRs, there are DMRs that aren't 308, that aren't 762, that are 556, but they're different. So you went ahead and adapted to that as well. But late last year, right?
Yeah, it changed after Gladius, but it doesn't go into effect until Fury. Yeah, when it went into effect, we came up with it after Gladius with the intention of putting it in place for Fury. And to kind of go over it, we're splitting the DMRs and SPRs. So DMR has got to be a 762 or bigger build. You know, so that's like your 417, your SR25s, your G3s, your M21s. Now, you know, yep, you're going up to 2.12. You can get up there, okay? If I'm going to run a Mark 12, lone survivor loadout. Basically a M16A4. Okay, great. 1.86. So that's DMR and SPR classes. And I know I'm going to thoroughly piss off another event producer because like, God damn it, Sal, you're making me. I'm like, sorry, man. Sorry, Bo. On the machine gun side of the house, we now have the LMG and the medium machine gun classes, and it mirrors the SPR and the DMR. So if you're a belt-fed 5.56 guy, 1.86, which is the standard support class now. If you're rocking 7.62 or heavier, PKM, 7.62 by 54R, 240, M60, what have you, then you can get up to 2.12.
Wow. So that's the big new one, and I don't know if everybody caught that. LMGs, fully automatic, large weapons were never past 1.8. It was 1.88 if I remember right. I think right?
1.86, 1.88.
So now you're there, fully auto. First of all, you better be HPA. Don't even bother with AEG. Try to do that, you'll detonate. But you built right. These are lethal. These are lethal guns. These are guns that are going to keep heads down across the field.
Yes. And so one of the guys is like, one of the guys took on the challenge and said, Sal, I'm going to build an FN Mag 240. I'm going to try to get it an AEG. I'm going to try to get it up to 2.1. I said, okay, go for it. I think he's at 1.98, almost 2 joules. And he's like, this is good enough. I was like, yeah, absolutely. It's more than 1.86, and it's aspirational, right, to get to 2.1.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we do that all the time. We do that all the time.
Yeah.
1.4 is plenty for a rifleman. If it's shooting well, doesn't matter what the energy. If you're still shooting well, if you're carrying a 0.36 or a 0.4, you don't need to.
I always laugh when guys go to freaking Japan and they're playing 1 joule. That's the limit over there, and their guns are shooting forever. It's like, dude, it's still going. And it's like, it's got that Tokyo Maru magic dust on it. Leave it alone. and he's shooting at you with a Mac 10 and he's hitting you across a football field. You're like, how the hell did that happen? Don't question it. Don't question it. It's Tokyo Maru. Next. Don't worry. The moment they import it to the US, it doesn't work that well. So
best commercial I ever had for the DEO was right here. I think you saw that one. I sent it to you, the one that was at the prison. Best commercial ever, and it wasn't even him filming it. Some other guy did it, and it was just amazing. You don't build the gun right. You don't have to put a rocket ship behind every bead.
Right.
Not necessary.
And I always say, amateurs talk FPS, pros talk joules.
Yep.
Or they talk hop up. They talk a barrel. The piston seal. They start talking about all kinds of stuff other than just FPS. Right. Yep. And that lets you know that you actually done your homework. And so a good friend of mine had done this big old chart and said, hey, look, man, if you can let me rock my 240 at close to 1.9, 1.95, I can get an extra 12 feet. Like he was doing the mathematics where he goes, I can get an extra 12 feet out of, every 0.2 joule over. I can get, I'm like, all right, whatever, dude. And yeah, man, now it's like, Sal, now you're making a point that I can carry a PKM, I can carry an M60, I can carry a 240, and yeah. Sean Meadows, why DMR over MMGs? DMR and MMGs both shoot now 2.12. So it's the same round in real life. 7.62, SPRs are 5.56, or I've seen some.
Yeah, that's just a cap. Why a DMR over an MMG? DMR can be built completely different, shooting the same joules, built completely different, shoot way further, way straighter, because that's its job. I wouldn't build a medium machine gun to shoot as precise. I would make it last. That would be the key. You're not trying to shoot every single person in the face. You're trying to keep heads down. So that I wouldn't be working on precision. I'd be working on longevity. Yep. This is what it needs to be able to do. Keep going.
Yeah. Yep. I don't need a shot group the size of a Coke can. I need a shot group the size of a TV screen.
Yeah.
There's your answer. I don't need something that's going to be super accurate. This diameter. I need a 240 that's going to hit something. I don't know, man size maybe.
Yep.
And yeah, HPA. So, and I laugh because when we did the submachine gun class many years ago, I think 17 is when we did it. The industry immediately responded. You saw a whole new glut of submachine guns coming out by the industry. And it was just fortunate. It was nothing that we did. We came up with a submachine gun class. We're like, this would be kind of cool. And next thing you know, G&G, like they're bringing over more of the PCCs, and then you had the what is it, the KWA TK45. You had people were just bringing them in left and right. It was more than just MP5. So yeah, man. King Arms came out with their PDW that took MP5 mags, which I have.
Oh, I think it was great. I still have one.
Yeah, I have one somewhere around here.
I like that you allowed, and again, reverse adoption there too. The AAP01 when they came out with their AP7 kit, it's not just a gun dropped into a body. You actually have to build it into it, and then so you did actually allow it to be part of that SMG class. Which I remember the argument. It was 3 years ago, something like that.
Yeah,
there was a whole thread about it, and it had to become a discussion.
And some folks, also let me know that their gun knowledge is lacking. I was like, is this my M4 pistol, a submachine gun? I went, go look up what a submachine gun is, pistol caliber, you probably think the ATF's a cool organization, Sean Meadows and Lucky are vehicle weapons. Let's talk vehicles real quick. Let's say
you good?
Yeah, it can wait because it's a question about hypothetical implement, but it can wait.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, it can wait.
Okay,
yeah, by all means.
So Sean's got the Humvee now for TDZ. So one thing that we told the drivers and gunners, or the security shooter and the gunners on trucks, have a secondary weapon with a 0 MED up in the turret. If you look at how Snick runs AJ6 when he's gunning, and him and Austin, they've got the launcher up there, they've got the crew serve weapon, and then they've got a gun with a 0 MED up there, just in case they got to zap a dude who's inside the MED.
Yeah.
And once we started telling the vehicle crews that, they were like, oh. I'm like, yeah, get a submachine gun up in the turret. So if they get that close to you, you can, get that MP5K out and spray the shit out of them. And then guys were like, yeah. And all of a sudden it's like, like a light bulb came on. You're like, hey, you guys didn't think of that before? But yeah, we're putting that in place for Fury because Fury is an outdoor AO. It should work. A lot of people who buy the heavier, like the medium machine gun, like the PKM, the 240, they're already carrying a huge ass weapon, man. Give them a little bit more. You're humping that thing, dude. Like my boys from Gathering of Minds, he had one of the first HPA 240s from Junkies, and he's just like, dude, we're gonna rock this thing. I'm like, yep, you're carrying that thing, all right, with a big old scuba tank on your back. You're ready to lay some hate, but damn it, man.
Steve Ash used to do that. It wasn't that bad. What, you carried one?
The 240?
You carried the scuba?
No, but mine's the. Still did that at Gladius.
Yep.
Yeah.
Steve Ash
Lucky's like if you ran a vehicle, he'd run it with a 1.86 5.56. Yeah, man. Sure. Maybe the security gunner rocks a 1.86. I don't know. But again, it's going to cause people to start doing that engagement planning. So,
what would you like to see, Cole? What would you like to see?
Frosted tips. No.
Middle part.
Middle part. I'm going back to the 80s now.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've done it.
I saw a picture of my dad growing up. He was like probably 11 or 12. He had his hair parted down the middle. I was like, oh God.
My middle school yearbook. I'm wearing my practice jersey for football. Parted down the middle, feathered back. Oh, yeah. Perfect
Feathered
game.
back. There you go. I couldn't think of
Perfect
the.
game. High and tight. I don't know if I'm going back to that one. She likes the longer hair, so I don't know if I'm going back to
Yeah.
high and tight.
So,
So what were you gonna ask?
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask Sal. I'm sure you guys have probably considered it because you already implement them in a small portion. But have you guys ever thought about more extensively implementing blank fire or blank weapons for either Op 4 or some kind of like uh, an element to a JTF mission or Tier 1 mission, my bad.
So the answer is yes. For Tier 1, yes, because of what it brings to the experience. All right, and we've done it all going all the way back to the days of Camp Shelby. We had the Op 4 run blank fire because it's controlled. It's you have the ability to literally inspect every single round of ammunition. I like Simfire because Simfire removes the ammunition out of the equation. You're shooting propane.
Yep.
So there's no, going back to the days of Fallon and Nate.
Yep.
I love the Simfire stuff because it's 100% safe. You're not going to have the issues that I've seen both in my day job in airsoft with blanks. Coach has a very violent aversion to blank fire because it did nothing to train his guys up for war. It gave them false confidence. He hates blank fire because it doesn't teach truth. But he loves it for Tier 1. So that's where we're at on the production side of things. On the insurance side of things, there are a lot of controls and mitigations that the insurance company demands that we do. Otherwise, we got to pay more, and we have to put more on safety that players will fight us on. I know Chris is like, juice ain't worth the squeeze. It isn't when you're trying to do it in main game. For Tier 1, dude, if coach says this would be cool, we'll do it. We usually have the Simfire 50, the Simfire 30 cal. We've worked blank fire in. So, but yeah, for main game, it's an insurance nightmare. It's a liability nightmare.
Yeah.
Invest in the boss system.
Yeah. So okay. So there's one that
literally saw Alex's blow up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, if you don't maintain it, it sticks and then it does blow up. Maybe that's happened. Maybe that's happened to me. Maybe that's happened. Anyways,
someone
who should have known better and done maintenance. Who should have known better and lubricated the damn. Anyways, I was like, damn, did that just happen? I love that system. RDX. We were trying to get some of their rifles for Tier 1, and it got stuck in customs, and so we're like, damn it. We love that stuff. The Blast Tech. We do have a few sets. I like it because Coach likes it because it gives both the sound and the effect. Mm-hmm. And I'm waiting for them to get more successful so they can bring it more into the States. Or if mad scientists out there can figure out how to do it.
I'm already working on other things. I can't.
I mean, both you and Sam have so many things, so many irons in the fire. It was like, I know how to do this. I just don't have. Sometime after 2,500 hours and 2,600 hours in a day, I'll figure it out. And so, yeah, dude. High cap for turret gunner on SMGs. You know what, Sean? That's fine. I mean, he's in the turret, dude. He doesn't have a lot of room for a lot of magazines, and it's a 0 MED. You know what, dude? Kudos to you, dude. I got a patch for you. So, that's out of the box thinking.
I will tell you, sir. On the printer right now, something just finished. You know what it is. Yeah, I'm
I
not
do.
saying anything about it. You can say whatever you
do.
want about it. I'll leave that to you. But yeah,
No.
the new
It will
design
change
does
the
fit it.
face of Arrakis. No, sorry, Dune
Mhm.
reference. So
That
no,
is that is potentially a 2026 looking forward thing.
yeah, definitely. I think the mortar tubes are awesome. I think the RPG is not. It's a battlefield simulator, even though somebody shot it at the OP4 during the Tier 1 at Starburst. During the test fire, your coach was teaching them how to shoot it, and the OP4 was downrange in the mount site, getting ready to defend the building. They're like, "Oh yeah, we're getting everything ready." Next thing you know, coach is over in the admin area. Go ahead, man. Back blast area clear, and he fires it. You see the round arc into Elijah and drop. And Martin was downrange. Jesus, he goes off. He's like, "Oh my god, I didn't know. Are we live? What's It's like, no, man, that was just coach giving instruction." He's like, "Oh." So
I just remembered why you made mention. I'm sorry, I just remember why you made mention of the pyro. I forgot you carried like that whole bag of pyro that coach gave you.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about
No,
that.
no, yeah. He like resupplied me 3 times.
I totally forgot. That's why you were like, yeah. It literally just occurred to me when he was saying shut down range. I was like, wait, yeah, you planted stuff across the road. You did like all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I killed like 4 people. With it.
yeah. So how we envision the next Gladius, okay, is now you have a faction that has to do a defense of the village, the mount site. They've got to set it up. And then, Snick and Coach go over and they go, okay, Doc, here's y'all's freaking landmines. And they give you a box of it, and you go, all right, you got an hour to get ready. You have an hour for your, to prep your defense. And you guys go out there and you start planning all that shit. Now that's Eastern doing the defense. And then don't worry, because later on, Western's going to get that the roles will get reversed, and Western will have to do it. So you guys are going to be doing this shit in the parking lot to find out which one's going to, do the defense first. But I think that'll be fun, especially in that AO. So, let's see.
Yeah.
What else are we looking? The Huey is coming. All right, so we got Viking, we got Fury, and then we're back to doing Stonebreaker out at GTI. I always tell people whenever we're at GTI, you need to try to make it, because we never know if that's going to be the last year. Not because of us not going back there, but because you don't know if these facilities are going to be around.
Right.
And that's all facilities. A lot of people don't realize we're now in our second or third year without Bone Crusher. Milledgeville sold, and everybody, you guys coming back?
Too.
That was a great AO, man. Minus the mass graves, but anyways.
Look at that.
I heard that.
Did you?
Yeah, when I was stationed at Stewart.
Yeah. So, don't miss out on an opportunity when it's a unique AO. You're like, I'll go to next year's. There might not be a next year. A lot of these boutique training areas, as the Department of War uses the term, boutique training areas. If that element of DOW has been told to use home station training facilities, then places like Guardian Center, GTI, places like that, they're privately owned. They'll go under because DOW is not training there unless something changes. So I'm not saying they're closing. I'm just saying that, if we're going to be there, then go. Well, it's played out. None of our events have ever been the same.
I hear that there's still some tan tickets left for Series Viking.
Yes, there is. Everybody hits me up daily. Sal, I need a green ticket. Hey, brother, do you know anybody on green? No, then buy a Western ticket. Be that one guy in your squad that signed up for the other side. So when you guys go back to the Airbnb, or you go back to the barracks, you go back to the campground, it's like, damn it, man, why did you have to shoot me? And you're like, yep, that was me. Sometimes that's the best kind of airsoft. So I just tell folks, Western has about 100, as of right now, about 115 slots. I owe Sam an updated number tonight, but about 115 slots. Eastern just fully on, like, let's do it. Going back to Viking, you guys are going to help support the video, the filming, their film project. We've got all the volunteers we need now for Wednesday and Thursday. I need 150 more for Friday. So anybody out there in the audience, if you can show up a little bit earlier, like Thursday night, the campground will be open, or you can be in town early Friday morning. Wear street clothes because they're doing a civil disturbance promo video, and not us. They're bringing in a professional film production crew to do it. For the folks that help us with that, and you're there throughout the filming project, you'll get a special thanks from us that you can use towards a future TCA event.
Don't be too ambiguous.
Who's doing the what company is making the film, or like what
Who's shooting it?
yeah, who's shooting it?
I don't know. It's somebody that Guardian Center hired.
It's a training video. Is that
Yeah,
right?
it's a training commercial so they can show law enforcement and military, hey, you can train here and this is what we can do. And it's going to have, yeah. Could you do it with AI? Yes, but would it show off the facility? No. That's a big shout out to my son who's got his media production degree. AI is going to put you out of work, son. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's not
yet. Maybe
not
soon,
yet.
but not yet. It ain't there
not yet. So if we need 150 folks to come out in street clothes. Don't show up with your 511 gear. You got that one kid that's already got his kit on at check-in. It's like, I want to be an extra. No, man, you got to go put on street clothes. Go look at what them young kids wear. So. But yeah, for those folks that supported all the way through the film, and they'll be done probably about late afternoon on Friday. We're going to give those players a coupon code for substantial amount for the next event off of their choice. So,
Nice.
Yeah, Jared, I would be there probably around 8:00 in the morning before 9:00 on Friday if you're going to help support the filming. That'd be very helpful. So, yeah. Going through.
What else you got? We ran over, but I don't mind. I knew we were going to run over anyway.
Yeah.
It was going to happen.
We are looking at. We're going to go up north to New England to, I guess Pennsylvania's New England. We've set a date with Mark up at his new facility for a August event.
Okay.
We're looking for a place in June or July, somewhere in our normal region. We just did a scout. One of our guys did a scout of a mall today, but it didn't. The mall's still not quite dead yet. So we had our hopes up, and then it was like, oh shit. So maybe it'll pan out. Maybe those guys will be like, no, the mall will be closed by then. Oh shit, okay. But we're working that already. Yeah, Jared, that'd be awesome if you guys can make it in time. Jared, that'd be cool. I just think of Tyler working with the film crew. So, but yeah. Okay, so May. I think we're trying to do a Vietnam game in May. Don't know where yet. Maybe Florida. We've talked about BBCon. It's gonna happen.
Yep.
I think if we can get that mug done, in the summertime where it's not hot in your field. So
no, it's a constant 72 degrees inside the arena.
That sounds great. Be a great excuse to get the wife to go. Let's go do a Florida vacation.
Free admittance to anybody that comes up with a proper name for what we're working on.
Yeah, BB Fest, BBCon,
Yes,
6
good,
millimeter.
Good, creative, proper name that's
Yes.
different than anything happening out west.
Yes. Dave Watson, we love to see you in Oklahoma. Dude, I'd love to get up to Oklahoma. There was a great AO up there. Unfortunately, it's got a highway running right through it. So, yeah. Fort Myers. Yeah, man. So we're definitely looking at the BB Fest, something to be named to BB other than BB Fest. there with you, bringing the industry down, bringing the East Coast industry down would be awesome. And I think we'll eventually get that pulled together probably in the next 60 to 90 days.
Oh, Fat Ninja in the house.
Oh, Fred
There
Ninja.
it is.
That's
Kyle, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's showing a little bit. I've been at the gym, sticking to my my program. I would love you know how I feel about doing this East Coast BB Fest thing.
yes.
Having everybody down. Just it's all about the community. It's got nothing to do with the money. Jeremy jumping in like he did right there, having rats come down, having everybody
Yeah.
here. To give you an idea of the size of the parking lot that we used just last weekend, we had a car show here, 207 cars, and we only used half the parking lot.
Fuck.
207
So-
cars in the car show. That's not
So-
everybody else. That's just 207 cars in the car show.
So to give folks a preview of the mad ideas, the madness of ideas is very much like NRA or SHOT Show, in terms of you've got fields, you got you've got field exhibitors. So people who own airsoft fields, they're going to have their range of booths. You're going to have sponsors in the industry over here, airsoft celebs, if there is such a thing, over here, and then carnival games over here, get some prizes going, and then doing some cool stuff, maybe doing a 3-gun style competition inside for some cash prizes. And that was kind of like the napkin sketch that I had done, just like, man, this would be kind of cool if we did this,
What's up, Ted?
Hey, what's up, Steve Tom? So yeah, that way a rising tide raises all ships.
Absolutely.
And a field like rats is not, Key West Airsoft is not going to take away business from Fort Myers or from Jacksonville or from the guys up. It's not going to. Everyone's going to be just getting their name out there. Plus, you have gear distributors that are like, "What's this airsoft thing?"
I love people's reaction when I tell them I talked to Sam about Sam coming down. They're like, "But isn't that airsoft junkies? Don't you guys do the same thing?" And no, we do 75 to 80% the same thing, but we do different things too.
We're so
Not-
far removed,
yeah.
it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, it's not about that.
Right.
It's about, again, come down. It's not a cash grab. Come down and make everybody aware of everything that we do. We don't build guns the same way Sam does.
Right.
We do different things.
There's 31 flavors for a reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
And I love Sam.
Yeah.
It would kill me if he couldn't make it. So
yeah, and
yeah, absolutely.
so that piece, I think doing a SHOT Show or an NRA show, because that's the other thing. We're going to NRA this year in Houston. We opted not to go to SHOT Show this year because, it's like, hey guys, we got a lot going on. But moreover, we'll see a lot of that stuff through the industry when we need to see it. In other words, when it's about to hit the table.
Mm-hmm.
And my goal this year really is to bring in more of the
Right.
firearms, more of the tactical gear from NRA. Trying to get the firearms in the tactical kit industry to look back at us again,
Mhm.
instead of us being kind of like please, sir, can you drop it off the corner of the shelf? Blue 4 gear taking notice of us. You had some geardos going, hey, I've got this factory seconds. We'll sell it as airsoft stuff, and it was so cool. So yeah,
Lead it up. There he is.
there's Sam.
There's Sam.
It's funny.
He was listening.
Oddly enough, I'm taking Sam to team roping, not this weekend, but next weekend. I'm going to take him to a Texas rodeo while he's down here visiting me. So, I'm getting him a cowboy hat and get a picture of him. So it's going to
That I
happen,
need to
man.
see.
Yeah. I'll just
Well,
keep him away from the pork tamales, dude, because I almost killed him last time. See, I admit it. I almost did it. I'm sorry. He is violently allergic to shellfish and pork. So, yeah, that was my fault. Or was it Godfather's fault? I don't know. Can't remember. So,
What were you gonna say?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I was going to say, you're looking at airsoft. They don't want you to know this, but Faro Customs, or Faro Concepts, my bad, was started by airsofters.
Really?
really, I did
Yep.
not know that.
A lot of people don't know that. But
Told you.
I'll tell you right now who's coming in strong. Sam, you tried to kill me. And we got Reaper to OD on Benadryl. Who knew? There are a couple of thermal optic companies that have now realized there is a huge market in airsoft, and we've reached out to them to get thermal optics. Like, come this way, Well, they're only good out to 100 yards. Have you seen what airsofters do? Come this way, So now, 100 yards, perfect. And now we've got a secret squirrel project going with them. So you broke his water seal. That damn Sam, it's rough. So yeah, dude, so much is gonna. I'm excited for 26 mainly because we're able to focus more on the sport. I call it a sport. I had that one kid in there. He's probably like 98 pounds, soaking wet. Looks like he's been picked on by every bully in high school. And I'm like, hey, dude, you're an athlete, right? And he's looking at me like, and I'm trying to give him the Jocko Will, like, hey, man, you're an athlete. You're in a sport. Let me tell you why. There's media coverage. There's regional rivalry. Okay. All right. There's fucking corporate sponsorships. Okay. You break a sweat. Okay. And there's pain involved. There's your 6 things, dude.
That's
like,
fair.
He's just like, I'm an athlete. You are. And coach is just like, don't tell him that shit, And then afterwards, after the tier 1, the kid's like, dude, I hung in there the whole time. I feel like a fucking operator. And, coach is like, yeah, so, oh, by the way, do you have a girlfriend? Yeah. Is she mad at you because you're here? Yeah. There's number 7, bro. You've checked all the blocks of a sport, So yeah, dudes. It's crazy, man. But no, Sal BS. Thanks, dude. I'm getting dragged into my own boys. Jeez. But so yeah, dude, it's gonna be a great time. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody in 26 season opener. The fact that we got the Little Bird back, we got a helicopter back at Guardian Center.
Yeah.
Last time we were there with a Hilo was a Huey. That was 17. So.
Jeez. Yeah. Oh man. Okay.
And yes, the Huey. We're working on getting the Huey, maybe more than just a Huey, at Stonebreaker. So I think the Huey was better for Stonebreaker. Than
because the way it travels around like the whole facility.
Yeah. So we're working on a Frago zone for that for Stonebreaker. So, but yeah.
What do you got closing out for these guys?
Closing out for these guys?
Yeah. What do you got?
Guys, buy in. Wherever you're at, wherever you play. Whether you're coming to the Third Coast game or not, get involved, local fields, build up your teams, build up your communities, build up each other. Don't crack on each other, man. I see a guy with a Walmart gun, and it's like, hey, dude, run with us. I can't shoot as far as you. Hey, man, I was right there with you once with a damn Kmart freaking Thompson. Got a picture of me loading it. And it was great. Somebody gave me a better gun and rock on. What I would tell players is, well, I'm not going to this event because I'm not ready. Now with that attitude, like just go.
Yeah.
Hook up with some guys like these 2 gentlemen. Hey man, I'm from Alabama. I'm running in chaos. I'm all by myself. Papa Doc, pick. Can I run with you guys? Absolutely. Build those friendships, man. So
it's Steve Tom in here. That's how I met him. Guys live 1,300 miles away. Some of my best friends. We see him once a year. That's how it is. You walk on a field, it's like you saw him yesterday. That's definitely what it's about. And I found, by the way, speaking of the Walmart guns, I found a picture of you the other day with the AEG that converts to a Springer Scar.
Oh, wow.
G36.
Yeah.
Yep, it's G36. When the AEG wears out, you can actually charge it by hand.
Yeah, you can charge it by hand.
I found a picture of you with that the other day. Yep.
So
piece of crap.
But,
we still have it.
Yeah, we do.
We still have it.
Funny thing, we still have
I literally have it in the back.
if you are So if you're out there and you want to go to Serious Viking, Western's got the slots. I think every unit's got still has some slots in there. I if you're going to go line unit, I strongly recommend Baker Company because I love my battle boys in there. They will get in the fight all the time. Their commander he is older than me, but he is twice as tough, Rich Cudahy. So you want to just get in there and get after it. So yeah, for sure. We hope to see everybody in 40 days.
Yep.
So
You got anything to leave off with?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Okay. I gotta agree with you and Snick. The buy-in, I say pretend hard. Absolutely got to get out there and do it. Last year, we saw a lot of people, especially guys from around here, get involved, fall in love with it, and it's fantastic. The growth is only getting bigger. I can't wait for it. I told you the other day. I think I'm planned out for 4 already in 2026, and it's the 7th of January. So yeah, I'm excited for all of 26. Everything we're bringing out, everything you're bringing out. I can't wait for it. So, guys, yeah, Happy New Year, Steve. Thank you very much, guys. It's gonna be a wonderful and prosperous New Year. Thank you everybody for coming on. I appreciate it. Get the mouse working, and until next time, guys, we'll see you.
What up, CRISPR?
Oh, there.
Oh, Crispy.
Yeah, you only had to wait an hour just to jump in and say what's up.
All right. Everybody say goodbye.
Lighters.